podcast. We're doing a podcast show. Me and Sam Hershgold.
That's me.
That's you, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural episode of the Generation Gap podcast.
The inaugural.
Inaugural.
Yes. Generation Gap. I'm Jason Collings, and this
It's Sam Hershgold.
And this is Generation Gap. This is our first episode of our podcast, Generation Gap. Sam and I have been touring and doing stand-up together for the past few years. We get along great. I don't know why. There's no reason on this earth him and I should even be friends.
Oh, great.
Because I am 10 years older than him.
25. Excuse me. 10 years. Hold on. That's either you trying to be good or a dig at me.
No. I'm trying to make myself younger. I'm gonna be 55 here in a few months, and Sam's gonna be 15. What is it?
15. I just hit puberty.
30.
I just turned 30.
You're in your 3-0s, but you're generation.
I'm the last year millennial.
So you're a millennial.
Yeah.
So there's a big gap between me, Generation X, and you, Gen Zebra.
Yeah.
No. Millennials.
In the last year, 95.
Oh yeah, you and my youngest son are the same age, both 95, and
that's
he's
weird. Which has always
right
been great because when I come over to hang out with you or like pick you up for a show, I have to knock on the door and be like, "Can your dad come play?"
They're never home. They don't care. We've been touring together, and I've been watching Sam panic for the past 2 years.
Yeah, dude.
And it's hilarious.
It's been great. Thank
dude,
you.
You're hilarious. This guy quits comedy more than anybody I've ever known.
Yeah, people fight. They go, "Sam, you do comedy?" I go, "No, I quit. I start comedy every day."
Yeah. He's been a brand new comic for the last 2 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
When did you start doing stand-up?
3 years ago.
That's crazy because you're so good, and I'm not.
Thank
This
you.
is a very rare moment, but you're a very good comic. You write well. You're a lot smarter than me. You're an Ivy Leaguer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our listeners or watchers need to know.
Yeah, creative writing degree.
He's doesn't matter. You got it in the leagues of Ivy.
Yeah.
Why do they call it Ivy League?
Couldn't tell you.
Is it because all the buildings are covered in ivy?
I wouldn't be surprised. You want to? I almost did this, and I'm so glad I didn't. I almost got a little ivy tattoo. That's the worst? Hey.
Oh boy.
Good first step. I'll see myself
good
out.
first step. We'll talk later. I'm taking applications for a 30-year-old co-host. Dude, if you had an ivy, because you have tons of tattoos, because you might have an ivy one hidden in those.
Dude, they're the worst.
Oh, your tattoos are great.
All my tattoos are awful.
One of them looks like a Nintendo controller. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
man.
no, it's not a Nintendo. Do you want to know the story?
What is it?
So when I got out of rehab the first time,
for our listeners, describe the tattoo.
It's
in the inside of his wrist.
It looks like a Dance Dance Revolution 4 arrows, and they're red and they're outlined. It got really screwed up too, so I had to have it touched up. But it was my first tattoo.
Wait, you had a shitty tattoo touched up?
So this used to
That's what we call a waste of money.
This used to only be the outline of the arrows, and it was an apprentice, and I got it when I was 17, and he screwed the whole thing up.
See, why would you go to an apprentice to get something that's permanent?
Because I was 17. Who else is going to do it?
You're right.
Yeah,
because you have to be 18. Is that what it is?
Did I meet him at a late night NA meeting in Linwood, Washington? Yes, I did. Did he care that I was 17? No.
Story keeps getting better.
Did he screw it up so badly I had to save up money for 6 months to get it touched up? Absolutely.
Wow. Did you wear wristbands?
Yeah, I just wore long sleeve shirts. It was
People
so
thought you were a
bad.
cutter.
You can see they're like little chunks out of it. Well, that was just because I didn't take care of it.
So that's not a video game thing?
No. So when I got a rehab for the first time, for the listeners, 12 years clean from heroin, what's good? Miss it every day of my life. The first time I got out of rehab, I left heroin in a pillowcase. Mm-hmm. They never check. Parents never check the pillowcase. My entire room ripped to shreds, but they never checked the pillowcase. I kept some in the pillowcase. My mom picks me up. Beautiful moment. I'm out of rehab for the first time.
Oh, no.
We drive home. She's in the car, taking suitcases out of the car, and I got high.
In the car?
No, I went in and got high.
In your house?
Yeah.
Because you had stuff stashed?
Yeah. So literally within 30 minutes of being home, I was high. And my brother was there, and then he goes, there was a big freak out.
Look at this as a learning moment for parents.
Yeah.
Go through every drawer.
Check the pillowcase.
Check the pillowcase. Go through every drawer.
Yeah.
Because if you got a little clammy Sammy at your house, He's gonna
Dude,
try.
if I ever get a boat, I'm gonna call it the Clammy Sammy.
I call him Clammy Sammy because every time we're about to do anything fun, which I consider stand-up fun, traveling fun, anytime we're about to do anything cool and good, Sam gets nervous. Sam's hands.
I'm always there. I'm clammy right now.
Yeah, he's Clammy Sammy right now. Ugh.
It's really bad.
Sam, you're the most attractive, unattractive guy I've ever met. In other words, physically attractive. Like you're not a bad looking guy. I'm not like attracted to him or anything. That's weird.
Hold on. I'm still one. Got to finish the story.
Okay.
Two. The most attractive, unattractive guy.
So you have all the makings of a disgusting person.
Yeah, I'm a.
You. There are certain times a year when you look like a leopard.
Oh yeah,
He's
severe
got
psoriasis.
severe psoriasis.
95% body coverage, baby.
His confidence level could be. It's never through the roof. It's
Never.
always at room temperature or in hell. That's
Yeah.
where it's at. There's no, you know what? I'm having a great day today. I'm good, Sam. But
No, well, 'cause my brain goes-
several.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Several females, women, beautiful and talented women that we know, have commented to me that, oh man, Sam is a really cute guy. And I said, you should see him from the inside out.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, man.
He's his own worst enemy.
Hey, thanks,
Sam.
dude.
And here's the thing, Sam. You're one of my closest buddies in comedy now and in life.
Yeah.
But I really do find you very entertaining.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not talking about on stage.
No, I know.
I'm talking
You
about
look at me like a derelict zoo animal.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
somebody picked up a fucking trashy little incel and put him in a cage.
There you go.
And then you pay 50 cents.
That's another thing.
yeah.
You think you're an incel.
No.
Because incels, incelibate, people that are involuntarily celibate.
Yeah. I'm a Volcel.
But yeah, I'm talking, one night he called me and he had 5 girls in one night.
Yeah. 5.
5. I
Morning,
made that up.
lunch,
Sam's
dinner,
never going to be that cool.
Some snacks. No, never.
Anyways, so we met on the road. We actually met on the road. Before Sam was a resident of Los Angeles, California, we met.
Yeah.
I was on this little mini tour. I was doing some, where were we? Alaska. Were we in Alaska?
We were in Crescent City, California.
Close to Alaska, right?
Sure.
The whole continent
You'd have to
away.
go through a different country.
Same weather sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm in Crescent City, California. I'm performing at this casino in this theater there. The booker says, hey, there's these 3 young guys are here and they're doing a tour, and they wanted to know if it was cool if they'd.
Yeah, so I was bartending at the Grizzly Pear in Midtown Manhattan. Right. You've done that. I don't know if did you ever do the Midtown room?
I did the Midtown room. I think I've only done them. No.
You did. Did you do the Village one?
I did the Village one. Yeah, I didn't do the Midtown one.
And I was just, if you've never seen me as low as I was there. I was still drinking, the most dramatic man on earth, like picking fights with deli shop guys at 4 a.m. because like, we can't make you a Reuben. And
secretly
like,
wanting to get your ass kicked.
Dude, 100%.
Self-punishing.
100%. But Dennison was barking. Shout out Dennison, Sleeper, and Omri Hananya. Those are the guys
What's
that I was
Dennison's last name?
Sleeper?
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, not a name.
But
go ahead.
they were putting a
Omri's barely a name. Go ahead.
They were putting this like
I love you both, by the way.
tour together where they were going to buy a car in Montana, tour the whole West Coast. I became friends with Dennison. He saw that I was like floundering. We were doing just mics and shit. And then he was like, yeah, come on the tour. And then we lived in a car.
I got a question that I never asked you before. How many gigs did you guys end up doing before I saw you? How far along in that little tour? And the tour was called No Sleep Tour because you guys barely slept. You lived in a shitty suburban, right?
Yeah, but it was weird because like I joined them in Seattle, and so they went Montana, Idaho. I joined them in Seattle, and then we went all the way through Portland for like 2 weeks, and then down into Crescent City, and then the transmission fell out of the car we bought, and we had to come down to LA. But they did a bunch. Like day one of being in Seattle, we end up meeting this guy who just like owns a bunch of Airbnb properties and let us stay in his penthouse apartment for like a week.
For free?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Huh. He must have not seen your comedy.
No, well, it was. This is
Burn
he was during Dennison's set at this show. This guy keeps going up to go to the bathroom, and Dennison just goes, "Hey man, you're like too young to have prostate problems. Stop doing coke during my set." It's funny. Blah blah blah. Hilarious. After the show, he comes up to us and he goes, "I got diagnosed with prostate cancer this morning."
Whoa.
Yeah, and then
Damn.
We just started talking. and he
Comedy's
put us-
therapy.
Yeah, and
Make fun of it.
He put us up in his place, and then we made it to Crescent City. I actually had name. I didn't do comedy on that show.
No, that's what I was going to
didn't go up.
say. So these three guys show up. Sam, you guys knew me from my podcast.
I knew you from the Lions Den.
Right.
And I recognized you at the hotel. I knew you from the
Right.
Lions Den and I knew Brent just from his special.
Yeah.
The worst special I've ever seen.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Let's erase that from the memories, right? No, he was great. So I meet these three guys, and out of the three, Omri and Dennison both do spots on my show, and he doesn't. But there's I'm getting a vibe. I'm like, this kid kind of
This kid's cute.
good looking and young and
cute.
supple.
Yeah.
Supple. That's the worst. That's the grossest way to describe
And
somebody.
he's drunk.
Supple.
Yeah, this guy, I can tell this guy's the most unattractive internal man,
Oh,
but
man,
boy, is he so.
He's just fucked up enough for me to take advantage of. No, it didn't go that way. But I was like, this guy's funny. And then you ended up in L.A., and I can't remember if it was you or Dennison or Omri that hit me up to do a podcast.
It was anyways.
You guys want to be on your podcast.
Yeah.
They come to the house. They have all their equipment. We sit down. We think we're recording a podcast.
No, so that happened in Crescent City.
Oh, okay.
No one hit record on the Crescent City one.
Did we do it in Crescent City?
Yeah, we did one in the green room. No one hit record in the
that's
green room
right.
one.
We
And then
did
you
the green-
said, when you come to LA, you were like, we'll hang out. I'll
do
see
a-
if I can get you on the shows.
We'll do a do-over.
And we'll do a new one. When we made it to your house, we were staying in a hostel on 2nd Street in Santa Monica. We made it to your house 2 hours in an Uber. It was a $200 Uber.
Damn.
No one remembered the gear. We showed up and we
That's what it
everyone was getting ready to do the podcast, and we all did the you got it?
Yeah.
You got it.
And
you got it?
Sam was the producer. Sam
Yeah.
was in charge of that. So whose fault was that?
100% my fault.
So then when you meet guys and people, comics in this game from out of town, and a lot of them like to tell you, I'm coming to LA. I'm moving to LA. It's happens every time I'm on the road. And all three of you guys said that. Mm-hmm. And only one of them did it, and it was Sam. Yeah. And then I watched him do stand-up, and I went,
Do you remember the first time?
wrong guy came.
Do you remember the first time?
Was
you
it
saw
that
him?
Long Beach show?
It was Bear City.
Bear City
where
Long Beach show, yeah.
I ate the biggest of dicks.
Yeah, but I saw it. I saw the potential.
It was one of my favorite memories because I was bombing terribly. I was drunk because I couldn't do stand-up without drinking. But I did the Australian bit. It was the only
one I
time
loved.
I've done the whole Australian bit, and it only made you laugh. So I have this great memory of I'm bombing. It's the only LA show this first LA show I did. I am bombing. I'm half drunk, and I just go, I'm doing it, and I do the Australian bit, and then I just hear.
That was great. Dude, if you haven't heard the Australian bit, and this is for you, my brother David. My brother David Collings is in the room. So go ahead and tell the Australian bit so that we all know and all love it.
So you just walk up and you just go hey guys, do you guys like impressions? David, do you like impressions?
Yes.
I got an impression for you. This is an Australian guy who can't differentiate between a koala bear and a small child, okay? He's got some sort of dyscalculia.
It's already good.
Can't differentiate between koala and a small child. Okay. Hi, it's good to see you. Happy to be here. Man, I can't wait to beat the shit out of that koala bear. Bombs.
So dark, so good.
Bombs. Right? And then I go, okay. I got another one. Okay? This is an impression of an Australian guy who can't differentiate between manta rays and small children. All right? Australian guy can't differentiate. Hi, it's good to be here again. Thanks for having me back.
Best accent.
I know it didn't go well the first time, but I'm happy to redeem myself. Man, I can't wait to face fuck that manta ray.
We got to be able to laugh at everything. Holy shit, it's so dark.
That bombs. Dead silence.
Of course it did.
This is the only thing that got a pop. I was going to go, okay, we didn't like those. I got one more for you. This is an Australian guy who can't differentiate a cheetah from a small child. All right? Mm-hmm. Well, guys, we're here again. And I'm happy to be here. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to abandon that cheetah and its entire family, huh? All right, I'll see myself out.
Oh, man.
And then the only person laughing in the
me.
back was Jason.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hang out with that kid. He's
Yeah.
funny. And then I found out he is crazy.
Yeah, I
no,
was
you're
here,
great. You're
I was
great.
here a month later.
Yeah. And now I'm buddies with his family, his mom.
Yeah, they
and I
love
are
you.
buddies.
They love you
Your
so
brother's
much.
great. I love your brother.
Yeah, shout out.
Met your
Brett.
sister once. She wants nothing to do with us.
No, but
which
that's
is cool.
fine.
That's fine. She's young. She's living her life.
She's a commercial real estate. What are they? Baddie? Is that what they
she's
say?
real
She's a
estate
commercial
baddie.
real
That's
estate
like a thing
girl?
now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like almost like a.
She's killing it.
I said a thing to my brother. Tech bro is like
Tech bro.
It's a type of person. Tech bro. She's
Yeah.
she's
I'm
a
from
real
Seattle,
estate
man. I know the
baddie.
tech bro. All the people I grew up with are tech bros now.
Tech bros.
Tech bros.
That's hilarious. And one of the cool things about our dynamic, for me, because I like to listen to your horror stories, is where we're at in our stand-up. I'm 20 years in. You're still pretty brand new.
It's definitely brand new. 3 years.
Your comic.
Yeah.
And he works his ass off. He's not trying to ride anybody's coattails or anything like that. He goes to the mics. He's putting in the work. But one of my favorite things is you tell me these great horror stories of open mics that you go to and some of the cast of characters that are there. And
Yeah, I always tell people, like, especially now with what the internet and social media, what it is, like, a lot of people just think, and this is great. I'm like, if your impression of comedy is whatever it is, like, the more success for comedians, the better it's going to be for any of us. I truly believe that. But, like, a lot of people, their only impression of stand-up right now is, like, maybe a 15-minute special on YouTube or Instagram Reels or
Kill Tony.
whatever it is, which is, like, great. Watch stand-up. But if you want to know what the, like, real stand-up is, go to a bar show or, like, a bar show open mic.
go to the real world.
Yeah.
This is where comedy lives. I did a show last night at a winery down in San Clemente, California, and I was headlining, of course, which means going on last. Comics ahead of me were great. The first guy, he's been doing it since November or something, brand new, but he's in his 40s,
Oh, yeah.
and he's ex-Mormon,
Oh,
and he's
great.
telling me stories, and I'm like, this guy's got something. There's this thing there. Then the next person goes up, this young lady from India, and they all of the comics commented on the room.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at a wine bar. I drove an hour here to do this wine bar, and I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is.
that always bugs me.
And my thing is, comedy is best intimate in these
Yeah.
small little rooms with these people that are all there for it. You know, they all bought tickets.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and the Comedy Store? If they all bought fucking tickets.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
especially
saying?
for the people that's like, we have friends that run shows that are all over places like that, and they pull 80 people
Yeah.
in a little side room of some restaurant, and those
Crazy.
people come every month, and they like know the producers, and they come
Right.
every month.
So when I hear these great stories about these mics, I'm just like,
This is yeah.
real comedy. This is where comedy is cultivated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but now all these people think, oh, you got to do Kill Tony for a minute. That's comedy now. Do Kill Tony for a minute. Do roasting and just talk to the audience.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Like, I don't know where it came. Stuff like that, where it's like I especially talking to the audience. The more shows that I'm doing, the more like I'm seeing people. Everyone's trying to do crowd work.
Everyone.
And then the headliner comes on and is like, I have to fill 40 minutes.
With material.
So if I want to do 10 minutes of crowd work, or like if something and then they go and people are going, yeah, they already talked to me.
Yeah. Also, so many people, they don't want to be part of the show.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I just came to listen to you
And the
guys
ones that
talk.
do suck.
But yeah, I think it's okay for headliners to say to the openers, "Hey guys, can you maybe lay off crowd work a little bit?"
Yeah.
I think that's a completely okay thing. But now a lot of new comics are like, "Oh, what the fuck, pussy? You can't be doing your." So
Well, and what
that's why the open mic thing when we were talking about, I think is so important because it doesn't really lend to the room doesn't really lend to you being able to do crowd work.
no. Well, and it's usually
You have to do material.
the majority of them is just other comics waiting to go up. So it's like if you can make a room full of comics,
Thank
and
you.
like if you can make a room full of comics at like a coffee shop at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, laugh. There's a good chance that's going to work.
exercise.
Yeah, or it's only going to make the comics work. But like but yeah, that's the thing of like most open mics are just comics, and so you go there to be like, I need to just get this bit out, or like the first year you do as many as you possibly can, and that's when you start meeting people, and that's when you learn how to do this and that, and then like I think everybody should.
That's why I love talking to you about this stuff, because it's been so long since I've been in those rooms, and the
Yeah.
world's completely different. I got a question: when you're doing these mic rooms, do people bring cameras and tape themselves?
Yeah, totally. And they like post those reels.
So they're posting shit from up. So it's
Yeah.
not. See, I understand taping your set, going home, watching it, and studying. Okay, I need to take that out. I need to figure. These guys are going straight to fucking the world. They're getting
They'll
it
post it, yeah. Which I mean,
out. What a trip.
I was told to film myself so that I could, and I caught a lot of things where I was like, I had a shaky wrist when I first started, so you would miss words.
See,
'cause I
that's
would just
great
be
if you
like-
use it as a study guide,
Yeah.
as like a tool to help you improve.
Yeah.
See, what we did is we would record our sets on our phone.
Yeah.
You just put it up on the stool
You
and
the
you
classic
record it.
cassette. Well, I still do that.
No, I had this. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Giant reel to reel. I would carry it.
Yeah,
on the
it was
stage,
the
and I would
it
set
was
it
the
on the
first
stool,
microphone computer.
and I had to feed it. What do you call it when I had to feed it through the machine, and then 2 fingers and then 3 here and go clunk, and then that's how I
It was the
recorded
first
my set.
Microsoft computer. You had
Yeah.
to be like, all right, everybody come into this room. I need to do comedy.
Yeah.
Goosh.
These giant levers.
I think what I liked the most was like I remember vividly you were doing a theater with Chris or
Okay.
somebody. It was either Chris or Russell, and I was like, how are the shows going? And you sent me a picture of a full theater, 1,500 people.
That was probably when Chris and I were somewhere in the Midwest not too long
And
ago.
I sent you a picture of me doing comedy to no one.
That's me and one of me and Sam's running jokes. He'll send me a picture of where he's at, or else, and we just put, "So how's your career going?"
Yeah.
Which is something I got from Ron Funches. I've told you the story.
Yeah.
So one time, this was years ago. This guy was running comedy shows out of this place called the Pleasure Chest in Hollywood, West Hollywood, and the Pleasure Chest was a sex shop. And then they cornered out cleared out this corner in the sex shop.
Yeah, that's great.
And
That's awesome.
and we would do comedy shows there. So I show up.
Just the one dude that's there just to jerk off.
and there's
is like,
yeah.
what the
Well,
hell
what's
is
happening?
Wait a second. I thought there were booths here.
So I get there and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And I'm on the show with like actual reputable working comedians. All of us on the show do the improv, do the Laugh Factory, do the road. And then Ron walks in and he doesn't say anything like, hey, how's it going? Hi. He just walks up to me with a big smile on his face and goes, so how's your career going?
Dude, I remember.
And we're just standing in front of dildos, you know?
The first time you did that, we were doing a show in Chino, and it was 100 people in a sidebar. We were the only white people there.
Oh, my
It was a
God.
completely Latino room.
Whose show was that?
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
But he, halfway through your set, everyone just turned around and started talking to each other like we were in a cafeteria.
Yep.
And you out loud went, oh, we're done with the show. And then you turned to me, I'm on the other side of the room, and you just went, hey, Sam, how am I doing? And I just went, you're a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, that's those stories are my favorite because that's where comedy's made. And when you remember those stories, they're fucking hilarious to us. People, that's another thing that a lot of new comics are afraid of. They're afraid of that. There's this thing that they
Well,
do.
you should be like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and I've talked about it on podcasts before, where David and I talked about it on our podcast, where a lot of comics these days, what they're doing is they're hanging out in rooms that they're comfortable in, and they're just doing that one room over and over again.
Yeah.
Because it feels good. You're killing. You got your friends in there. Your support system, which is hilarious to me with comedy. Like, I have my tribe. I got my clan. I got my people, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you need to go do it alone. That's the first thing. The new guy last night, he had like a bunch of friends there.
Yeah.
And he's like, thank you so much. If you ever have any advice, I go, my first piece of advice is now go do this in front of strangers.
100%. I'm all for having your people that you
Yeah.
jump around and do stuff with. Like how many, you have classes of comics
Yeah.
where they're like, well, we all started together.
Yeah.
But you do see that a lot, especially like in or wherever places like this where you're like, oh yeah, you guys are just
The full circle
you're
is
only
this.
laughing at each other.
Here's the full circle to me. When you start comedy, you're forcing people to come watch you.
Yeah.
And then full circle is those people are paying to come see you.
Yeah.
Those people now voluntarily want to come see
And
you.
I just want I'm only 3 years in, so I'm trying to just speak from just what I've seen. I don't want anyone listening to this to think that I'm out here like I know what
but
comedy is.
No, but you're doing the work. That's the thing. you're doing the work. You're not like watching it on YouTube and going, "This is
Well,
my
and I
opinion
had people
now,
like,
too."
I'm super grateful for you because you were literally like, you're either going to be funny or I can't bring you around.
Period.
Because you were like, I'm here, you're here, so you're either going to get thrown into the fire and get better,
Right.
or else you're just like, and it's not that you're like, wow, we can't be friends. It was just like, I can't bring you to this show if I know you're going to bomb. And so it's like, all right, I have to go do 4 mics today.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
But the other thing that you did correctly that you didn't maybe you didn't realize that I was trying to help you with was keeping you around monsters.
Oh, yeah,
Beasts,
totally. That's how
fucking
you-
killers. This is the crew you need to hang out with.
Yeah.
Because these guys are going to just make you a fucking better comic.
The second show I did, we were in that office building in Santa Monica,
Yep.
that office show.
Yep.
And you were like,
Shout out
you
D
were like,
from
show,
the
you
Improv.
just go, show up, I can get you 5 minutes. Absolutely. I walk in and she goes, okay, so you're going to go in between Brent Morin and Jason Collings. And I was like, ha, 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 I'll see myself out.
Really?
Good night, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brent murders, and I go up and just
Yep.
eat shit.
And then I had what we call the janitor spot.
Yeah.
Because I had to clean your goddamn mess up.
Yeah, and then I spent the whole night like, these fucking hot Swedish girls are mad at me because I didn't get into the military, and they're all in the military,
There he is.
but
There he
they're all
goes.
super hot. And then they're like, I can't do Swedish
Try it.
compulsory military service. And then
Was there a bunch of Swedish soldiers at that show?
yeah, a bunch of hot Swedish girls, and then I did my joke about trying to join the military and getting rejected because of my zombie skin, and they got mad at me because they thought I was talking shit about the military, and I had to be
language barrier.
I had to be like, no, Kierkegaard, like, I tried. Don't hate me because I don't like it.
another
Hate me
name.
because I'm a weak man.
Do another name. No.
No, Svetlana, that's Russian. Jorg, Jorgen,
Jorgarkenflurgen?
Jorgargen,
Jorgenflurgen. Listen.
Friggin'
The joke is about I'm
Yeah.
the bad guy.
Yeah. Mikko-
Jorgenflurgen, just please understand.
Yeah, if you like those names, follow hockey. Mikko Kapanen.
Oh, you're a big hockey guy.
Big hockey guy. But
Sam's a big hockey guy. Sam, if he wasn't a comic, his dream is that he would be a professional hockey player.
I still have the delusion that if I put in 2 years of serious work, I could be the first 32-year-old.
You're at
NHL
that age
rookie.
still. You're still at that age. Like our good friend John Campanelli swears up and down that that he has an NFL level arm.
Sure.
He stands by it. That's what I
Yeah.
love about John.
Yeah, he could throw a ball over the
He
mountains.
stands by every. Oh yeah.
Did he play football?
Yeah, he played. I
Okay.
think he was a high school football player and
Okay,
maybe
sure.
a little college, but I don't know. But yeah, he swears up and down that he could.
Oh yeah, if you give me 2 years of nothing but no, because I don't have the brain, man. I don't have the heart. I played
How
hockey
long-
to not get hit.
Let me ask you this: how long did you play hockey?
I played from going on 4 to 14,
I
so
mean,
like
that's 10 years.
10 or 11
How
years.
come you couldn't make it happen in that 10 years?
Yeah, well, I was going to, and then a coach said, you're either going to put on 50 pounds or you should stop. And then I said, you know what's better than all of this? Ecstasy.
That's where it happened. It's the
Yeah.
coach's fault. See,
Yeah.
it's our leaders.
Yeah.
If you steer us wrong or tell us that we're not good enough, we're gonna all do ecstasy.
Shout out Scott Farrell, dude. You wanted to help me so bad. You wanted to give me guidance against what other people were doing. Shout out my dad. And I didn't listen. I didn't listen. You checked in with me. You said I could give you discipline, fraternity, community, pride. And I said, go fuck yourself.
To do what?
Ecstasy.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to raves.
Was that your gateway?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because I smoked weed, drank, and did ecstasy all within like a month of each other.
Oof.
Yeah.
Damn.
I used to be so cool.
Well,
Now I just go to
sure.
diners.
I've seen the pictures.
Now I just.
You have some cool old pictures with the hair high and the sides short, that Peaky Blinders
You want
shit.
to talk about hair, buddy boy?
Oh, you know I got
You want
the
to talk
good
about hair, buddy
Yes,
boy?
go.
I can see through it.
No, you can't. Not that I do. I will never forget that. You know that I think about that every time I do my hair in the morning. And yes, I do my hair, okay?
Yeah, me too.
I'm a man, and I do it. I put my hands through it. I look. I take a flashlight because of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you see through this shit? Because I was busting Sam's balls one night, and he did this subtle thing that's so good because it hurts so bad. He slowly looked up at my hairline, and I was like, fuck, here it comes. And he said, I could see through your hair,
Wait,
which automatically makes me think I'm thinning.
You're not. You're
No, I know I'm not, because that night I was using gel.
Yeah.
And mousse.
Well-
and mousse clumps it and you could see through it. So now I use this stuff that my brother told me about called forming gel. Okay?
Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you need. It's so funny because like you're a confident guy and you
Am I?
Yeah.
Well,
But
I don't know if there's a difference though. I think it's just that I'm older.
yeah.
Like I'm too old to be embarrassed.
Well, right, but you say like, "Oh, Sam, these girls, you missed it." Every once in a while, you'll be like, "Oh man, like, do I still got it?"
Right.
And then I'll go, "Yeah, every girl here wants to fuck you."
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I have a cool story, by the way.
Okay.
I still got it story. So my wife and her girlfriends are very into salsa dancing. I used to be heavily into it, but then my knees were like, "Hey, you can't do anything anymore. Do comedy." But so just last week, there was a outdoor free salsa event. They have those. And my wife says, "You want to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go. I'll go with you." And I hadn't done salsa dancing in forever, right? And when you go to this thing, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock is a class. Mm-hmm. And I am a salsera master, so I'm not fucking around with classes, all right? I'm teaching classes, all right? Just kidding. But we didn't do the class because they were teaching very basic things that we all knew. But we were kind of moving around on the side, just goofing around and having a good time.
I've seen you move. You can move.
So then the free dance part comes where it's just a social thing where people are asking people to dance. And I'm in a group, it's me and it's, here we go.
You're wearing Jordans.
Bro,
and
no, I was wearing Vans.
Yeah,
I was wearing checkered
Everyone
Vans.
else is wearing like
wearing
flowy silk shirts, and they got these things. I
Feather
don't know what
sleeves,
these are called. The
maracas,
Spanish
dude, and
crabs.
shakers. The Spanish crabs.
Yeah, what are these?
Castanets,
These are the
right,
Spanish crabs where they look at you and they
yeah.
go. Yeah, and then you go, "Hey, I look like I only listen to Run DMC."
Yeah, and that's really what I look like. I listen to Sublime and Run DMC, okay?
Yeah.
And I was literally dressed like that. I had like baggy jeans on, checkered Vans, a Stussy jacket, you know.
That rules.
So and it's me and let's see, Elaine, 4 or 5 girls, and then me. And as soon as the social part starts, this tall, pretty attractive woman walks right up to me. She goes, "Do you want to dance?" And then quickly goes, "Are you here with someone?" And I went like this.
Yeah,
I literally turned to my wife and pointed at her and went, "That's my wife."
Yeah,
I didn't say,
Elaine's
"Yes, I'm with
just
my
like-
wife." I just went, "That's my wife." And this confident bitch goes, "Do you mind if I dance with your husband?" And Elaine goes, "Go ahead." Because she doesn't want to be an asshole.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Go ahead." And we were getting our dance on. And then I had the lady roll and I go, "All my friends are jealous," because I was the first one in the group to get asked to dance.
Yeah.
And then I dipped her, and then literally she dipped. Like she left.
You were so bad that
I was
she left.
so bad that she left.
You dropped her. She's concussed.
She's concussed. Dude, that's the thing. They were doing it on cement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm about to kill a bitch.
What is going on in your neighborhood?
I know, dude. It's Long Beach, baby. Long Beach, baby.
You like stuff like stuff. There's so much stuff about you where people are always so surprised. Where they're like, 1, good at comedy. 2,
Wait, man.
2, like, or like I was thinking on the way over here about like when I knew that we should do this was the music thing.
Huh.
I don't know. We were on the road. And I always say, like, if you know you're getting into Jason's car, if there's like a funky bass line.
Yeah, there's a funky
Like-
bass line playing.
Like,
You're in the Kia Sportage, baby.
Like if there was a 70-year-old black guy that they put in charge of the elevator music for a big building, he would use Jason's playlist.
True.
Yeah, and we're on the road and it's like midnight and we're driving and it's dead silent. Then out of nowhere, and like I don't remember the bands that you said, but you were like, it was something along the lines of like, "Did you know that REO Speedwagon used to tour with the Mamas and the Papas and they had the same bassist as Bachman Turner Overdrive?" And I was like, if you said that to anyone under 25 years old, they would think you were having a catastrophic stroke.
Sometimes the facts come in the brain when the songs are playing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to let everybody else
Well,
in
and that's
my
why,
vicinity know.
And that's why I think we work well, because I weirdly somehow know that stuff.
Oh, no, he knows
said it,
that
and I was like, "Oh yeah, totally."
There is a difference in music taste, though, on some end. You love noisy bullshit. You love crying, screaming, bitch boy, pussy music.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jason Collings.
I'm Clammy Sammy, dude.
He plays this stuff. He goes, "You're gonna just trust me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like it." That's another cool thing about us. We're not like trying to be like you will show me some podcasts too that I'm like, I don't want to listen to 3 fat schlubs talking about their night of not getting any
Don't
pussy.
ever talk shit about the 3 Fat Schlubs podcast. All right, I'm seeing them live. They're great. All right, they sold out an arena that
They
I
probably
can't name.
did. They
Yeah,
probably did.
oh, they make $200,000 on. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the three fat schlubs. They
$250K a month
Yeah,
or a
on
week?
Patreon. Yeah.
Jesus. Our Patreon, by the way, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We'll set that up.
Well, I know that you don't like my music, so I like playing music for you where I'm like, you're going to love this. And then it's like,
Oh, it's just you know that music that's just and there's just no space between sound. It's just
great.
always, it's just noise, and some guy going, my mother didn't love me enough. My dad touched
It's
me.
either that or it's like, the suburbs are hard.
Yeah.
I got a C+ on my geography test.
I had to climb to my second story bedroom. I
Yeah.
have my own refrigerator.
My parents make enough money where I can play ice hockey.
Everything is fine. My parents
Yeah.
are still together.
Yeah, thank you for being able to afford rehabs. That's
And
kind of a weird privilege to have where they're like, how did you get clean? And I'm like, I don't know. My parents were like, they were like well off enough to send me to rehab. That's cool.
That's hilarious. See, me and my brother would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have been done.
'Cause you're
no
dumb.
money. We would have been like, we're on drugs. Help us. They're like, just stop doing
My
it.
parents had me kidnapped.
My dad taught us the cold turkey technique.
Yeah.
Getting off shit. Your parents were what?
I got kidnapped.
Oh, you were one of those guys.
Yeah, the Paris Hilton
You've
thing.
seen the documentaries and the bullshit where they hire these companies and they're like giant bearded men in vans and they come and kidnap your kid and take him to rehab.
I lived that.
He lived that how many times?
That one was just once. That was the one that got me on the straight and narrow, and like for long enough for me.
Are you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
It's it sounds terrifying,
It was
especially when you're a little skinny bitch boy, clammy Sammy,
Yeah,
in
so
bed, in bed with your hockey comforter on and your favorite men on your wall.
I hate how accurate that is. Because I was 17, I was in my dad's condo.
Oh, boy.
There's my
Did you say-
life. My life, like most suburban people these days, is like pre-divorce,
Yes.
post-divorce.
Nice.
Pre-divorce, we're shopping at Safeway, 2 cars. Post-divorce, I'm on heroin. I love you,
What
Mom.
are the options?
Yeah, what are the options? But anyway, no, so I'll never forget. It was 2:13 a.m. on April 2nd, 2013. And
Damn.
I was
2013.
yeah.
7 years in comedy. That's how long I was in comedy. I like
Yeah,
to
so
gauge.
you had just I was getting kidnapped and you were on the Tonight Show.
Yes, I had just
Yeah.
gotten past it to paid regular at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
My life was peaches, while
Yeah,
you.
I was shitting my pants in Gladstone, Oregon. But no, I weighed 121 pounds. I'm over
Still
6
do.
foot, still do.
Still do.
But you know where it is.
In
I woke I woke up to Sam.
No.
Yeah, and I turned. I was like, "Fuck!" I knew what was happening. I'd been to treatment before.
Did he have a beard?
It was a big bearded dude, and then it was a fucking softball player.
Oh.
Yeah, she couldn't fit through the door,
Oh,
and not
handsome woman.
Handsome dude.
Okay.
Viking.
Substantial woman. Yes.
Yeah, she probably isn't a woman.
Okay, anymore. Yeah, times have changed.
Yeah, they were both so big they couldn't fit through the door at the same time. They actually got stuck. It was funny.
They had to change their name from a guy and a girl kidnapping to 2 guys kidnapping.
Yeah, it was actually that's how 2 men in a van started, or 2 guys in a truck moving
Right.
started. But yeah, they picked me up. I was wearing nothing but basketball shorts. I had all the paraphernalia, and then I remembered they picked me up, black hood over my head, and then they patted me down, and I was like, I'm naked.
I was in bed.
I'm naked. Yeah, and then they threw me in a.
They probably weren't checking for weapons. They were checking for paraphernalia.
Yeah, and then they took me into rehab, and they took the hood off my head, and then this just crazy hot intern came up to me and was like, "Everything's gonna be okay." And
They're
I
like, just keep touching me.
yeah, I was like, yeah, absolutely. But no, that was the one that kept me.
So that was it? That was.
After that, I got home. 3 months later, I went to buy dope, and then I got ripped off. They sold me Snickers. And then I was like, fuck this, dude. This sucks. And then
Dude, that is the most white people shit I've ever heard.
I went
They
to buy
sold me
heroin, and they
Snickers.
sold me a candy bar. And then,
How did it, I'm not a heroin guy. I've never been. So does heroin look like a candy bar?
no, so it looks like hardened molasses. Black tar heroin. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
if you do, this is Bill Nye the Science Guy. Welcome back to.
Black tar heroin. I've heard that in movies.
Yeah, black tar heroin is like a little. This is not where I thought this was gonna be going. I'm sorry, but no, it's like kind of like hardened molasses. It's the stuff that you can either, and then there's China White, which is an East Coast thing. But
Isn't that a Doobie Brothers song?
that would make sense.
China Grove. Got
China
it.
Grove,
Yeah.
that's
China
racist.
White.
Yeah, but yeah, and then
That's
So it was,
nuts.
if you get like a melted, it could look like it.
So you were so pissed that you got ripped off with the Snickers bar that you're like, fuck this. I'm
Yeah,
quitting.
fuck this. And I was like, I didn't have any money. My parents like took my phone and my car keys and the door off my room. I had no access. I was just able to like get on an iPad and hit somebody up on like Facebook. And then a couple weeks later, I got a job, and that kept me good.
What was the job? Let's go.
I was a sales associate at Zoomies.
Oh, my son did that for 5 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
He didn't like it.
No, it sucked.
Yeah, he didn't like it. Any kind of retail job, I've never done any of that shit, dude.
Yeah,
See, my brother and I grew up in a time. I think most of our best friends that we grew up with, all of our parents were all still together. A lot of them probably shouldn't have been, but they were.
There have been
It just wasn't a thing, you know.
There have been 5 divorces in my family between my parents. Shout out, I love both of you very
Between
much.
the two of them,
Mm-hmm.
It's always them because I've met your mom and she's an angel.
Yeah, she's the best.
Your mom is an angel on planet Earth, and whoever does her wrong, now that I'm in her life,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, she's killing it. She's out in Salt Lake.
You're gonna get a knuckle sandwich if you mess with his mama.
Yeah.
That was a nice time when she came down and visited. And we had dinner.
Yeah,
and
that
stuff
was
with
great.
her.
She cried so much.
After?
Because, yeah. Jason's taking care of every holiday, and you're with him.
Sam does Thanksgiving at my house every year. So and it's only because you're away. See, that's another luxury that I have. That I was the place where we have to be to try to do the entertainment industry. I'm from here.
Yeah.
Grew up here. Born and raised, baby. Look at me. Look how I turned out, huh? Just imagine I just start crying.
All right, I have something
Uh-oh.
for you
Let's go.
that I wanted to do.
Okay. Let's do it.
In the spirit of this podcast, the Generation Gap podcast,
In the spirit of Halloween too?
in the spirit of Halloween, sure.
Okay, cool.
And me just turning
treat.
30, I wanted to know what the world was like when you were 30.
Ooh, shit.
So I went online and I found some major points and things that were going on in the world when you were 30.
Okay.
When you were
Dude, oh, let's see.
30. Okay.
Okay.
When
See, you
you
have to
were 30
understand, I wasn't the average 30-year-old.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So the top song was Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White by a guy named Perez Prado.
Didn't listen to that.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm sure it's good.
Nope.
Yeah, you absolutely
not
did listen to
that.
it. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
Disneyland opened its doors. Southern California, guys.
Wait,
So,
when I was 30?
yeah, when you were 30,
Oh, California Adventure.
Disneyland.
No,
Yep.
Disneyland
Hold on.
opened in the fucking 50s, man. 1955 is when you're aging me, and it's off.
Velcro was patented, which
No,
you'll be using to tie your
man,
shoes here
Now
soon
I
enough.
see where this is going.
Yep. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Jonas Salk invented the polio vaccine, which I wish you would have been able to have sooner. You can't see Jason's paralyzed from the hips down.
I am down.
And the
It's,
last thing that I thought was memorable that happened when you were 30
which was in
was
what
that
year?
Rosa Parks was arrested for famously refusing to give up her seat on a bus,
Yep.
which was a great
That's-
thing in the civil rights movement that you still need to apologize for. And it's
sorry.
not what you're thinking. He had polio.
I had
he
polio.
needed the handicap thing
couldn't
at the
do it.
front of the bus
Dude, you
because you were 30 in 1955.
No, I was
You
30.
are 100 years old.
When was I 30? I was 30 in 98? When was I? When were we 30, Dave? What was that song?
Cherry red and apple blossom. I don't fucking know, dude. It's the
Cherry
50s.
Pad and apple blossom.
Yeah.
That goes farther back.
Bam, 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 bam. That's what I imagine.
Dude, I sometimes catch. I love my 1940s music. I'll put on 40s Junction on Spotify. Look it up. Dude.
I don't even know
Mr.
enough about it.
Sandman. And then what's the pardon me, boy? Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo?
They're at war in Europe. You need to buy some treasury bonds.
That's it. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, buy your bonds, and all
You know
the
what's-
men are dead.
You know what's great about
The
that
women
stage?
are running the factories, and they're not here making bread.
Whoa, nice.
Your brother, he went off to war, got shot in his head, and now he's dead.
This is the original rap song.
Tom Hanks is he's coaching a baseball league, and it's only women here.
Wait, that was
That's
a movie.
music in the 40s.
That was a movie.
Yeah.
No, but they do play those old war bond commercials during it and stuff. It's just like taking a trip through time.
Yeah. Send your boy some salami. That's you, dude.
No,
You.
I was born in 1971.
Your first memory is a radio commercial going, "Yeah, boys are fighting tyranny and the big old bad Hitler. The axis of evil is taking over Europe, and you need to send them some salami. That's what'll stop them. That's what'll stop the bad boys. Is some cured pork."
Okay. All right. I see where you're going with this. I'm not hurt too bad. That hurts. You really think I'm like a 78, 79-year-old man?
If you're 30 and whatever, you'd be 100 right now.
Well, you're better at math than me, so fuck off. So what, Ivy League boy knows math stuff.
Yep. You want? Oh, dude, physics for poets?
What? That's
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah, I took
What does it
it.
even mean?
That means physics for dumb people.
For poets?
So, yeah.
So instead of saying idiots, they say poets.
Yeah.
For artists.
It was what was it called? Quantitative. It was a quantitative learning requirement for non-STEM majors.
I ain't getting it.
Taught by the guy who is the head of one of the LIGO experiments. He actually proved his data actually proved Albert Einstein correct.
Have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
Star
Oh my God! Wait, no, you
Star Wars
guys are
is
gonna
pretty
love this.
cool.
I've seen
Star Wars is
one.
pretty
I've
cool.
seen one Star Wars, and apparently it's the worst one ever made.
Oh, the one with the red
With
black
Liam
guy?
Neeson and
it's the worst one
and
ever
Jar
made.
Jar Binks.
That
I
one's
loved
for
it.
a lot of Star Wars fans. That one doesn't even exist.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, why
I
is it so
loved
bad?
Here's what I hate. Loved it. I loved the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
What's his name? Darth Maul.
Great.
Darth
Terrifying.
Maul was amazing.
Yeah.
And they immediately got rid of him. They killed him immediately.
Yeah, that's
Is he back, David?
Misa,
He has robot
Misa.
legs now, right?
He was back for a couple times.
what?
Okay. Just heads up, I got another podcast that I'm doing with my brother called The Escape Pod, and we're going to talk about all this nerdy shit on that. So stay tuned. But man, have you seen it? Wow, you're fucking smart. And sometimes it bothers me how smart you are because you're too smart for your own good because you're so smart that your brain never stops going.
Yeah.
And so you use it against yourself instead of
100%.
instead of for evil. You use it to punish yourself.
Why would I use it for evil?
So you can be rich, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I
You
should
can be
use it for
rich
evil.
and not
I
pay
should-
taxes.
I
and
should
vote for
do it.
Trump, dude.
Yeah.
That's the life.
God, I wish I could be.
We
rich.
took the wrong. We did it wrong. We did it wrong.
What would you have done?
Nothing different.
Nothing different.
What if okay? That's a good question. What would
Yeah.
I have changed about my life? Part of me would have started stand-up comedy a lot earlier
Oh, me
because a
too.
lot of people don't know that I started stand-up at 35 years old, and most
Right.
of my peers all start like Russell Peters, for example. Russell and I are the exact same age. We're like 6 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
I started in 2006. He started in 89.
So then, wait, what were you doing when you were 30 then? Because that was a long time before you started. Were you still?
I was
were you-
running yeah, that's what I'm saying. We weren't like the average dude. When I turned 21, when David and I turned 21, we opened a business. We had long-term relationships, and then we ended up having children a few years later. When our people that are our age were living the college life and figuring out who they are, my brother and I were running a business and coaching Little League and having barbecues in the backyard. We were living like we were in our 40s,
Yeah.
which explains a lot of my behavior afterwards.
Going
'Cause
for
I
it.
was a fucking demon. Yeah.
Ripping it up.
I turned 30. I turned 40. I'm like, yeah, let's go streaking. Fucking let's do beer. What's the bullshit? The bong. What's the beer bong? Let's do that. See, I didn't even have any of that life. I didn't have a college life. I didn't have party life. Any of that stuff.
So when you're 30, is stand-up even on your radar?
Yes. Stand-up's been on my radar since I was a child.
Yeah.
We were listening to stand-up. My brother and I were listening to stand-up records that we probably should not have been listening to.
Who were your people?
We were like 8 years old.
Eddie
we were
Murphy,
listening.
Pryor.
We were listening to Red Fox albums.
Great.
And Carlin albums.
Yeah.
When we were too young to be listening.
Don
to that shit.
Rickles was one of the
Yeah.
original guys for me.
Yeah. And then my big go-to guy forever was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I was just the biggest Eddie Murphy fan. I remember when we were teenagers, my brother and I, we went in for an audition for something. I can't even remember what it was. And there was this casting guy who was friends and family and stuff. And he's like, yeah, bring him in. And they wanted us to do a monologue of some sort. And I just word for word did like a 5-minute Eddie Murphy bit.
Yeah. We did that with
the N-word, complete with the N-word.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I was just a kid. I thought it was how you talked.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. That's so good.
I learned it from him. I learned it
Yeah.
from you, Eddie. But yeah,
We had that with Dane and Chappelle.
right. Dane was actually pretty important to us too, because when Dane blew up, we were late 20s, early 30s maybe, and everyone was listening to it. Like, we had a lot of young people that came through our martial arts school, and they wanted us to show us this thing. And I think my brother discovered it somehow on a CD or some shit.
Regardless of what you think of wherever he is now, what you think of him, like that Comedy Central half hour.
Dude, anybody that doesn't agree with this, fuck you. Dane Cook is a comedy pioneer. He pioneered a type of comedy.
Yeah.
He made comedy. He made it look like a regular dude could do. Because before Dane, all these comics were wearing the comedian uniform, sports coat, t-shirt, jeans, and tennis shoes, and they are all talking. And then Dane shows up with Doc Martens, cargo pants, and a wife beater.
The black wife beater.
Yeah.
And for a kid, like, I was never the guy. I was never the best athlete. I was never the funny guy. I was never the guy that got girls. I was not lame.
Right.
Yes, I was. But like for a very inhibited kid that always wanted to be in comedy and performing and wanted to be the guy that was like the class clown and holding court and stuff, but
you held yourself back a lot, huh?
Dude, totally.
My brother and I did that. We've been going through a lot of therapy about that. We did a lot of that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I started stand-up late.
Me too.
Because I was afraid.
100%.
And I was afraid of what my friends would think or what my being made fun of for not being good enough.
Yeah. But then to see that, and they played it every day for like 2 years.
The one with his name on the drum, right?
Yeah. And then, the wife beater, it was the one where I will never forget because I remember being like, oh, you can do that and still be like calm and cool, is where he was like laying down and he goes, thanks for coming to my special.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Thanks for coming to my special.
Yeah.
That was great. And he had just done some high energy bit about acidy spit.
The snake.
I want that.
Yeah.
The acidy spit, I want that.
Yeah,
those were that was a time when we had these iconic comics to look up to. Now it's just so oversaturated with just all these guys, and then now they're all infighting with each other like they're in fucking rap beefs.
Yeah,
like, guys, chill the fuck out. First of all, stop talking shit about other comics. Let him do his thing. He'll have his audience. Let him do his thing. He'll find his crowd. But like this shitting on each other thing is really bothering me. Like there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. Like I'm not a big fan of the whole Rogan sphere kind of vibe, and I'm not a big fan of like Kill Tony stuff. But I like those guys. I just don't like what they've built and what it's become. But it's not all their fault, because the fans built it too.
Yeah.
And it's like I've said this on so many podcasts. It's the algorithms. It's what people aren't finding their favorite comics at comedy clubs anymore. They're finding them on the internet.
Yeah.
And that's rough, because you're going to see some guy talk about something in a very high resolution, very well edited format for 1 minute, and now that's the best comic in the world. And that guy's it's like, and people are getting so disappointed when they go see him live. But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, I have to lead with generosity with that stuff, because I make myself miserable with jealousy.
Oh, I know.
And with stuff
here's how I know when you're having a moment: when I don't hear from you for 3 days. I'm like, oh, Sam's in a fucking slump.
Yeah, but I think with that stuff, there's the other side of it where like I have to be thinking about like music. There's the good side of the internet too, in the way where I was thinking as you were talking about that, like my generation was the first generation that had an algorithm that said, if you like this, you will also like this.
See,
now that it's a little bit oversaturated, it's harder to do. But like with music, they're like, oh, you like this? You should listen to this. And then that's how I started finding stuff.
Right.
Where it was even with comedy, with YouTube, I remember being like, oh, that was how I found Pryor, and then Bernie Mac, and then Louis, and Norm Macdonald, and just because you find one thing and then you sort of start building your people,
right? And
you can do that quickly.
And that's another thing about these comics. There's one thing. There was you and I agree on this, dude, and I'm gonna say it. Rory fucking Scovel.
Number one. He's my number one
Scovel
right now.
Is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he's just him. And it's so simple. It's not all heady and shit. It's really funny. It's very relatable. And it's just, he's a funny person.
I've never met the guy, but go on YouTube and watch, I forgot. He has
the one where he documents that 10 shows.
His like docu-series special that follows him at this great venue in Atlanta, I think. Yeah. I think it's like Live Through Fear or something like that. I watch it once a month. Bro. Him, and then also there's another guy like him, Sam Talent.
Sam's great, yeah.
That whole crew, but like, yeah, Rory, He's exactly what.
And they're all staying out of this whole bullshit thing you see with all the comics hating on each other
Yeah.
and making fun of each other and shitting on each other. Those guys are staying out of it because they have their own lane. They don't
Yeah.
need to try to merge into this lane and try to be fucking relevant because these guys have their own lane because they're just fucking talented. And true talent, in my opinion, Brent Warren would always say this too, true talent equals longevity. You're going to be around. If you're just talented and you keep writing and you're just a funny fucking guy, that's great.
And he does, it's what I call like positive jealousy, where he does things where I'm like, that terrifies me. I hope one day I can. He did 6 nights in a row. I mean, he did 600 minutes of
No material.
no material.
You're talking about Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And then he talks about going back and doing the work of then finding the things within that. It's like, dude, I can't imagine if someone came to me right now and was like, "You're gonna do 45 minutes," I'd be like, "Cool, I quit. Bye." Like, and not to talk shit on my self, but it's just a point where like, could I do it?
You know, if I'm being honest, to this day, 20 years later, when somebody says you're doing 45, part of me kind of goes, gulp.
Yeah.
Do I still have that? Do I have 45? And then you just work through it and you fucking,
Yeah, I don't know. I like him. He's weird and he goes for it and he does the rooms that I want to do and he commits and he's just and he's like I said,
I want to do Largo so bad, but I've
stroking off Rory. Fuck you, Rory.
worst. You just made me say worst because you said worst. Only room in my 20 years of doing stand up in LA that I've never even stepped foot in is Largo.
Yeah.
And I want to do it so
He's
bad.
there this week.
I want to go as a guest. A buddy of mine, Greg Barrett, me and Greg Barrett just did a bunch of shows together. Greg Barrett's awesome. If you don't know who Greg Barrett is, look up Greg Barrett. He's an incredibly talented comic and writer. He wrote the book that they turned into a movie called He's Just Not That Into You.
Hell yeah.
And he made it a hit movie, and he was also one of the main writers on Sex and the City. So yeah, and him and I worked together, and he said, look, man, when I'm at, because he's a Largo guy. And I said, look, I would love to come there. And this goes to show how comics usually think and talk to each other these days. Part of him was like, I don't think I can get you on. I'm like, no. I'm not asking that at all. I want to go just be in there and just.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I want to watch a show there. I want to go.
Yeah.
And he said he's going to hit me up whenever he's there.
That's how I felt with like that's what is also very cool to me is like it seems even people at your level or above, not to say I'm above you, but like
there are a lot of people above me.
Yeah, that the ones that I gravitate towards are the ones that are still like, no, I want to do this and I want to get back.
Right.
Like that's where I don't like you were like, hey, just come hang out at this place or Russell and watch somebody do comedy in front of 500 people and you're like,
it's fucking crazy. And then you got to do it. Yeah, I got Sam on a show with Russell Peters where he did an opening set and you did good. Yeah, you did great.
Yeah. 10 minutes of dead silence.
No,
there was a guy
nobody had except Russell had a good set that night. They all were there just to see Russell.
So look, I hate it when comics are like, well, it was the fucking audience.
No,
man.
I don't blame the crowd. I'm just saying they weren't there for me.
I'm talking what like I hate when they're like, it wasn't. This was the one time in my 3 years where I'm like, maybe they just were never gonna like me because Russell's audience is very specific, and I went out to a bunch of rich Persians and Indians, and I went, my parents are divorced and I used to do drugs. And then a guy in the front row I can feel it. You know that feeling when you're where you're like, everyone else is watching me, this guy's looking at me. And I look over and he has his arms crossed and he's leaned back and he just starts shaking his head at me. Yeah, and I just was like, oh, and I finished. And then I went out to the side of the Brea Improv and I squatted down and I started crying.
You are a crier.
And then a kid that worked at the Improv came out and he lit a cigarette and he looked at me and he went, I thought it was good.
Well,
I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. Some people would take that as like, oh, that hurts even.
Oh, and then you said you're coming back tomorrow. And it was like one of the most tense moments you and I have ever had. We haven't had many.
I was mad at him.
Yeah, we were in the parking lot, and then I was like,
because I saw you on the verge of quitting comedy again.
Yeah, and then you were like, you're coming back tomorrow, and you made me go, man, I did fine the next night.
Yeah, you did. You did great the next night.
Yeah.
It's another thing. Every time I see you do stand up, you get better and better.
Thank you.
Stop doing that because eventually you're going to be better than me.
Yeah.
You guys, this was our maiden voyage.
Inaugural.
Generation Gap podcast.
The
This is going to be a
inaugural.
lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys. We're gonna have Patreon episodes. We're gonna do some extra episodes just for Patreon members. So once that's set up, we'll let you know.
Road stuff.
Yes, we will let you know when the YouTube channel is set up. We will let you know all that stuff. But if you like us, continue to rate, review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever it is that you download your audio podcasts, and of course watch us at our official YouTube channel. My name is Jason Collings, and
Sam Hershgold.
thanks guys so much for joining us. See you next time. Generation Gap.